We already have a word for a bad Little Caesars experience. It's called diarrhea.
The worst experience I had, luckily it wasn't personally.
Then you didn't have it. Steve and Jason met while co-hosting one of the first podcasts ever, hundreds of miles away from each other, but bonded through the magic of the internet. Since the end of that podcast in 2023, the geeky guys decided to keep on hanging out and keep podcasting, because still after all these years, Steve and Jason are having a real fun time.
So, I spent some time the other night at the pizza place.
Okay. What did you order?
I ordered pizzas. That's not the exciting part. I'm not just saying I went to the pizza place and I ordered pizzas. I know that's not a problem.
I mean, once you made a podcast out of the time you went to the pizza place and your daughter danced.
I did. Yes. Okay. I don't know about excitement, but I will try and make it more entertaining than that. I mean, I could go back and listen to that episode and say, like, you know what? That was a pretty entertaining story. But I think this one will probably top it in some way or another. So here we go. I went with some family friends and my family to see Wicked for Good. And I'm not really going to speak on that movie. I wasn't a huge fan of the play. It's fine. I didn't see the first movie and wasn't really excited to see the second. But I did because there was a bunch of people going and it was fine. For my part, to get the pizzas and make sure they were ready by the time we all got back to our house, I left early. So I left the movie early, about 30 minutes early, which I didn't mind at all. And went to pick up the pizzas and head home. Why are you still laughing?
Just got the idea of like leaving in the middle of the movie and just being... That's why you think it's fine. All you know is that she's defying something, and you don't know the rest.
Shows what you know. That's in the first movie. The second one, she's already defying gravity.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen either of them.
So, I know enough. Like I said, I've seen the play twice, so I know exactly what happens. It's fine. I was happy to be the one to sacrifice my time to go get dinner and make everybody happy by the time they got home. I went to the pizza place. Not a whole lot of people there. Couple waiting around for something, so I get in line, tell them my name, say, okay, here you go. And they give me the pizzas. And this particular pizza place used to be really good about like showing you the pizzas, like making sure you see everything and it's all right before you leave. About the time they started getting things wrong much more often, they stopped doing that. Not surprising. That's a customer service issue. If you're showing off pizzas that are completely wrong, you want to stop doing that. So I get it. So I check them myself. And sure enough, I look and one of the family friends' daughter is allergic to cheese. So she gets cheese taken off of her pizza. We know this. It's a thing. It's an odd request. Some places can't even do it. Like at least by a half pizza, they have to do like a whole thing, which, no, I do not need a whole pizza without cheese. Thank you very much. So this place can do it. So I check all through the pizzas. Everything looks good. Get to that one. Nope. There's cheese on the whole thing. All right. I'm going to need this one remade because that's not going to fly with this one person. So wait around forever to find the manager or whoever to ask them, I need to have this remade. I'll wait around. And the manager is currently on the phone. And he's on the phone with somebody that swears they placed a pizza order. They can't find it. Who knows what store it went to? It could have been Domino's for all I know. That's not the place I was at, by the way.
Good clarification.
For clarification.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was picturing a Domino's this entire time. So
No. It's a more local place. It's called Marco's Pizza. I don't believe they have them out there, but I can hear what's going on. I have had these conversations in my time in retail with so many customers, and I know, how it's going. I know that he's not getting through to this person. I can see that he's getting visibly frustrated, but he's keeping his cool. He's a younger guy. He's younger than me. And he is just doing everything he can to keep this person happy, or at least give them what they want. And so I figure that might be the person I need to talk to. Somebody finally asks, is your order fine? I was like, actually, I do need, I know it's a weird request already, but this pizza's supposed to have half no cheese. And so I open it up and the person looks at it and they're like, yeah, that whole thing has cheese on it. I'm like, yep, it does.
I would love it if they tried to gaslight their way out of this. Like, yeah, and that's what we gave you. See? Look again, dum-dum.
I would at least appreciate the balls, like the Sonic that my buddy and I went to years ago. It was past hour, or it was just past the closing time, and we sat there for 5 minutes with the lights on, and then they just turned the lights off on us and said, like, "No, we're done. We're not doing this. We're not making one stupid thing for you. Leave." So it's like, respect. Yeah, we'll go get food somewhere else. So they recognize that, and again, as I noticed, as I know is going to be the case, I have to get my manager to sign off on that. I'm like, yep, that's totally fine. They're like, and he's like, they're just like, they're trying to make it clear that he's the manager. He's going to have to sign off on it. Right now, he is busy, and I more or less let it be known that I've been not spying, but I'm like, yeah, I've been listening. He's going through it. It's fine. I'll wait. Don't worry about me. Take care of everybody else. So now there's a line of people, coming in. So I step off to the side and wait, and that manager gets off the call, and he asks me what I'm waiting for, and I said, the pizza wrong. You have it remade. And he says, yep, absolutely, sir. Gonna get that done. Let's get it back in the oven. Phone rings, and he looks at the phone, and he just shakes his head, and I go, "You're gonna take care of that. I'll be good." So he goes right back into the same phone call with the same person, and again, this person's just reaming them. I don't know if it's the same person. I'm guessing it is, but he's just, you can tell he's at his wit's end. And so I say, okay, well, this guy's going to be no good to me, but he said he signed off on it. So now it's going to be remade. Takes another person to actually come up again and ask what the problem is to get it remade. But he says, I'll take care of that, sir. We're going to start that right now. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch you start this. Because I don't know if you people have noticed or not, I've been watching the kitchen for the last 20 minutes because it's all I have to do. So I'm watching this girl right here cut the hell out of some pizzas, and she has an amazing system. I am very appreciative of that. Bravo with the artistry in your pizza making. So I step off to the side, and I'm waiting for that pizza to be remade, and again, just kind of observing things here and there. It's interesting to watch a kitchen when you're not a part of it. Just to watch the mechanisms and how everything moves and everything works. And especially here, this is, has to be a well-oiled machine. Everybody has to know their role, and they have to do it. Or these pizzas aren't getting made, and people aren't getting their food, and somebody's going to complain, and the place gets shut down. Not that night, but so watching all that is fascinating, and I'm listening in on the guy's conversation, and he's just, again, I will give you, sir, I'm going to make these pizzas that you're asking for, even though this order is not here, and I am going to deliver them to you myself. I'm going to bring them to you. That is my promise to you. And finally makes him happy enough. He gets off the phone, and immediately, I assume, makes a beeline for the fridge. Because this young man has some screaming to do. I don't know if that's what he did. He disappeared for, I think, at least 10 minutes. So I don't know where he went, but I can't imagine it wasn't just going back there to check the dough and make sure things are right there. So he was gone for a while, and the pizzas got remade. And I think, I'm trying to remember exactly, I believe it was then that he came out. And he comes up and basically, asks, have things been figured out? Are you good? And I'm just like, oh, I'm good. They remade the pizza here. This looks good. So I think I'm good to go. So thank you. And he's like, no, sir. And he starts scribbling on things, blah, blah, blah. He says all right, so I've taken that credit off and an extra, it took $20 off my order just because I had to wait.
Oh, nice.
Things were wrong. And I'm just like, you don't have to do that, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. And he's like, yeah, and here, and again, the thing he was scribbling on, he hands me a card that says all right, here's the free pizza on me next time you come in. I'm just like, oh, no. I'm trying to give it back to him. Just like, no, that's not necessary. He's like, no, just please. It's like, okay, thank you so much. And it's about this time, and you're the only person I've told this to. I have not told anybody else, so I'm not looking for Santa or Jesus or whatever points. I know nobody's going to listen to this. I know there's 2 people that might listen to this podcast. And you're one of them.
Those 2 people are Santa and Jesus. They are always watching us, Jason. And they listen to everyone's podcasts.
Well, then listen up. Because it wasn't as I was leaving. It was somewhere in between when I knew nobody was there and watching. I remembered I got a $100 bill from my mom for my birthday, which is, months back. And I still have it in my wallet, I'm pretty sure. So I go through my wallet and I look. Yep, there it is. These people have had it rough tonight, especially this dude. He's the manager, so I don't know that he'll actually get this, but it's going to go to his people, and that's a good thing. So I put it in the tip jar. That was that.
Look at you.
Felt good about that. And again, the guy was, working retail. I've seen managers that do not keep it together and say the wrong thing. And it's like, oh God, how do we salvage this relationship? This person will never come back, and they'll tell their whole family, and they'll tell their family, and they'll tell their family, and so on, so on. As Wayne's World tells us. That would be bad. That's just not good customer service. So we're going to do what we can to make this right. And in the bottom line, that doesn't affect you. What affects you is the bad relationship. So he did what he could to salvage that, even though he didn't have to. I was, again, as upfront as I could be about, I do not have a problem here. I just want a pizza remade, and I will leave. I'm not going to yell at you like that person did. Still, he went out of his way to be kind and helpful. So I was like, all right, me too. Got my pizzas, came back home, and everybody was ready to eat. So we got the pizzas. And as is usually the case when they get a pizza wrong, they don't just throw it in the trash. They don't eat it themselves. They say, you want that one too? It's like, yeah.
Okay, see, now that I have never seen before. I have very limited interactions with pizza, but, well, okay, I take that back. They do that, in my experience. Yes, I said do. Get over yourself. They will do that. I'm watching you out of the corner of my eye, and I can see you giggling.
That's
like
not what
a
I was laughing
child.
about. It's my limited experience with pizza. That's bullshit.
I have very limited experience with pizza creation. I've made a few
Creation,
pizzas.
okay. I'll take that. Yeah. Not pizza.
The pizza industry.
Okay.
Through high school, all my best friends worked at various pizzerias. I worked at none. I worked at 0 pizzerias. So I had my one friend who worked at Pier 49, which is a very small chain. It's just out here in the West. Sourdough pizza, San Francisco style. Mwah. Fantastic. It was as fancy as Food Dot in Pocatello. We felt like we were at a fine dining establishment when we got Pier 49 because it had sourdough. Our minds were freaking blown. And then my other best friend worked at Little Caesars. The difference between the two was phenomenal. Because if at the Pier 49, if someone got their order wrong and they had to remake it, everyone would either eat it right away or they would call their friends that they were, just being cool with. So he would call me up from time to time and like, hey, dude, we put too much olives on this or whatever. Or so like, do you want it? I'm like, I will be there in 30 seconds. Meanwhile, my friend at Little Caesars would call us constantly like, oh, we got all this extra pizza. Do you want it? And no one wanted his garbage food. It got so bad that his Little Caesars would take all the extra pizzas and the pizzas that no one wanted or that they messed up or whatever and then just throw it on the roof. Leave it up there. They were the original that guy from Baking Bad. This was way before that. They were throwing pizzas on the roof and just like, birds, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, okay, you're not wrong. Any boutique pizza place is going to be, any place typically is going to be better than Little Caesars. I agree with that. And, if they say, I'm sorry, this was made wrong, you want to come down and eat actual real pizza or free pizza, sure, I'll be down there in a moment. But I feel bad for Little Caesars. I've also had bad Little Caesars experiences. So I get that. But I feel like besmirching the name, the good pizza name, is maybe a bridge too far.
We already have a word for a bad Little Caesars experience. It's called diarrhea. And everyone's had it every time they've eaten at Little Caesars.
The worst experience I had, luckily it wasn't personally, but our youth pastor.
Then you didn't have it.
Well, in this case, I didn't. It was my youth pastor. Our youth pastor, sorry. He got pizzas for the Sunday for the meal, and it was just one girl had bit into one like slice and found green mold in the crust.
Oh, gross.
Yes, and so there's no trusting any pizzas. Like they're just like, okay, never mind. I'll go get more. I'm going to Costco. I'll be back. Throw all those away. I'm gonna call Little Caesars on the way. Okay.
And Little Caesars would be like, what are we going to do? Just throw it on your roof.
Frisbee. Yeah. So that's, I've had experience there too. And it's hot and ready. It's exactly what it says it is. They've got it ready for you at any time and come get pizza.
Yeah. Notice they don't say good. They just say it's hot and they say it's ready. They make no comments on the quality of the pizza there. No.
It's like why you go to Cece's Pizza. You know what Cece's is?
That sounds familiar.
It's one of the buffet places, but it's buffet as like,
okay,
all of this pizza is garbage, but there's a ton of it. How much can you eat?
So the answer is a lot.
Yeah, as a college kid, I mean, you go in, you spend $6 for lunch, and you get salad and all the pizza you can eat, which all tastes like cardboard and slightly different toppings.
Yeah, sounds like a buffet.
So
I can dig it.
But no, there's lots of pizza places that I've been to, especially the wood-fired ones.
Oh yeah,
If
now we're talking.
if they do one that's like, it's barely singed. Like, this is not burnt pizza. This is like above their standards, apparently, or below their standards, apparently. So they will like, hey, just so you know, we're gonna remake your pizza. It got burned. You want to take this other one home, like the original, and they'll show it to me. It's like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that pizza. Yes. So I've gotten it a couple of times from Marco's, this other place, that we have to remake it because something happened. So it's whatever. But if you want to take this original, please do. So I got that. That was a perfectly fine pepperoni and bacon pizza.
I'm trying to think of other like bad pizza run-ins. So this isn't a pizza, but it is a fast food. When I was in high school and on the debate team, we would go out to eat afterwards, after a tournament or whatever sometimes. And one time early in the year, we're like, oh, let's go get Arby's. We haven't had Arby's in a while. So we go get into the Arby's, and the lady's like, hey, just so you know, before you come up to order, we're out of roast beef. We're just like, then why are you open? Like, in case people want curly fries. And we're like, okay, fair. But we want more than curly fries. We're going to go to McDonald's. So we went somewhere else. Months later, same idea. Let's go get Arby's. Go to the same Arby's. Same dang thing happened. They were out of roast beef. Twice. So now every time I hear an Arby's commercial and it says, we've got the meats, I think to myself, not always.
Gonna get
provably wrong sometimes.
Call Ving Rhames. Liar! He must catch so much
Arby's
crap.
had no meats.
Yeah. You didn't have the meats. You had the meat sweats.
You have the meat smells. You have there is indefinite proof that there was meat here earlier in the day. And that's the thing, like, I get it. If I go to the nice barbecue place that slow smokes all their brisket, if that's gone, that's gone. That's an all-day thing to make. Just open another bag of roast beef. And I used finger quotes there because I don't think that any of that stuff used to be cow.
I think you are probably correct. This is not a Boston market. This is an Arby's, sir. What were you thinking when you came in here?
I was thinking they'd have roast beef.
I think I wanted some god-dang horsey sauce.
Can't do horsey sauce.
Before we end this episode, I will point out that I am at 4 McRibs on the season.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I saw that at the McDonald's sign, like, it's McRib season. It's time to ask Jason. Okay, so 4 in how many trips?
2.
2. Okay, so you're eating them 2 at a time.
I always have, and I really hope this will be the year that I break that.
But you haven't.
My body
yet.
doesn't like it. It doesn't. It's not a good thing. So we will see. More to come.
All right. Well, I'm excited. Have you ever missed a McRib season?
Completely no. There was one year where I had extremely burned and like not moldy, but definitely stale bread on one that turned me off for the rest of the season. I was like, I can't. That was disgusting. I'm not doing it.
That was Jesus or sandwich. Stop.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Steve and Jason Are Having a Real Fun Time. We hope you had a real fun time too. Please like us on whatever platform you found us on, and, well, just like us in general.